the audio and video for you.
Alright.
Matter of fact, I will call them just to confirm here in just a moment. 314 copies, thanks. Okay, anything you want out of this room? Or anything more you want in it? Okay. And then I'll give you guys a radio.
Okay.
All right? Right now it's off.
Okay.
And then if you just turn the small knob
Okay.
on, you'll hear it beep.
Okay.
And then just this button, and you can just go jail staff to interview room, and then we'll know to come.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll shut it off so you don't have to listen to our blah 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 radio traffic.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
All right. And if you need anything, let us know.
Is it alright if we leave this open, or is it? I see
You
it's
can
locked?
leave it open, or you can close it. Let me see
Could
if
you
it
unlock it,
opens
maybe?
from the. Some of these doors you can't without a key. Yeah, this one you can't without a key,
I see. So there's no way to unlock it?
unless we come from
Sure.
this side.
Alright, well, we'll just leave it open then, so we don't get locked in
We just
here.
leave it cracked open.
There won't be any other any inmates or anything walking by here?
No, and we'll make sure of that. If you wanna close it, just don't close it 100%.
I'll
Yeah,
prop something in there or something.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah, we
alright.
can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mitch.
How you doing?
We'll,
Bad, I
we'll
can't
just
get
put
this
a
shit
book
out of
in
my
here.
head.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah.
I can't get this shit out of my head. Not even for a minute.
Well, we thought it was important enough to come up here on our day off.
I appreciate
Since
it.
you called me. Like we talked on the phone, we spent taking time on our day off on a weekend, So we wanna just make sure that you're honest with us and then tell us everything you can tell us from the get-go, cause we talked to a lot of people yesterday and there's a lot of stuff that you left out of your story and a lot of stuff that you told us that wasn't true.
Hopefully I can fill in the gaps for you.
We're gonna read you your rights because you are in custody. We have to read you your rights because you're in custody. It's just something that we have to do.
I'm gonna tape it, just, it'll be easier, Mitch, that way.
Okay.
And it's not to be, to think that we're gonna use everything against you, but, right now, the easiest thing for us to do is because we've talked to so many people and stuff like that, we're starting to tape everybody so we keep the story straight. Otherwise, what we're gonna have to ask you to do is write a statement for us, and do we really want to write a statement? Can we just use this as a reference for us?
Suppose we could use the tape recorder.
Okay, let's do that then.
It's easy too for us because when we go write our report, you're gonna be saying so much stuff we may not remember exactly what you said, so then we can refer to the tape.
We don't wanna misquote you or anything else like that.
Did you have?
I do have one.
Who else were you guys talking to
Well,
about?
we'll get to that later.
Okay.
We just want the truth from you, okay?
Mitch, have you ever had your rights read to you before?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna read your rights to you, okay? Before asking any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, to have him or her with you during the questioning. If you're unable to hire a lawyer, you can request and receive appointed of a lawyer by the proper authority without cost or charge to you to be present and advise you before and during the statement. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand that part?
I do.
And then the waiver of rights, I've read the statement of rights. I understand what my rights are. I'm willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me. Do you understand that?
Okay.
I need to sign this stuff, just stating that you understand that, and that you're willing to talk to Matt and I.
Send both?
Yes, please.
why don't you just start over yesterday and tell us what, from the time you woke up to what happened from the very beginning part of the day. I'm not yesterday, I'm sorry, meaning Thursday.
Thursday, as in this shit happened Friday morning.
Thursday,
Early.
whenever you got up Thursday morning, up until the time we met with you Friday at your Friday morning at like 3:30.
Alright. Woke up Thursday, can't exactly remember exactly what I did. I met up with, woke up, remember meeting up with my friend Josh. I
About what time was that?
Woke up probably about noon 30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I got up, I remember I had to walk down to the clerk of courts building. I had to go pay my $50 for my payment every month of my tickets. So I walked down there to pay that, called up my friend Josh, he said he was in the area, said he was down by the Riverside Park in La Crosse. And so, ended up meeting up with him, we were hanging out.
Did he happen to say how he got to La Crosse?
He said he was staying with his aunt and uncle. I believe he said Lindsay drove him to La Crosse.
Okay, sorry,
That
I may interrupt you just because there's some stuff we want to just make sure that we have that's accurate information, but.
Okay, I believe he said that Lindsay had drove him to La Crosse because he was hanging out with Lindsay when I had met up with him.
Okay.
And for what?
And for what?
Yeah, why was he there?
He said that he was trying to move down to La Crosse too because he was going to school down there, he was trying to go to school down there, and he was trying to look for a place to live down there.
Okay.
So he was just going to get familiar with the area, start looking for jobs, start looking for places for rent. He was going to stay with his aunt and uncle in the time being. He did that. And so, met up with him, started hanging out with him. All of a sudden, midway through the day at some point, I'm trying to remember like the order things happened here. You know,
After you guys left Riverside, did you happen to go back to your place?
Yes, we did.
You, Shelby, and Josh, were you all
Yes,
together?
we did. Yep.
Okay.
We made our way back there at one point in time.
Was Shelby with you when you went to Riverside?
No, I was by myself.
Alright,
Yep, she was still sleeping when I had left in the morning.
okay.
And so I went back to the apartment. Me and Josh had made our way back to my apartment because it was the closest thing, you know, after I'd paid my tickets and whatnot. And made our way back to our apartment. And we'd all hung out there for a moment. Ended up, they smoked weed. They rolled a joint, smoked it, got high or whatever. Shelby got
All
ready for
three of you
work.
smoked it?
Yeah.
Don't downplay it.
I'm not
They
downplaying
did.
it.
If you did, you did.
Yes, I smoked with him.
Okay.
Okay. And so yeah, and then Shelby got ready for work. She went off to work. Then me and Josh were left hanging out. We were hanging out around town, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. You know, not doing really much, just walking around. And then friend Corey calls me, says he's got that shit or whatever.
What does he mean by that shit?
The H.
What is H?
Heroin.
So Corey calls you and says that he has some heroin.
Yes.
About what time was that?
I'd have to be more specific and look at my phone records, but about, I want to say she went to work at 4, so probably about 5 or 6.
Okay.
And Josh, you know, being an ex-dope head himself, you know, me being an ex-dope head, we were both like thinking about it. And it broke down to both of us, and we both wanted to get one, so we went and got one.
Okay.
And so me and him went in, we threw in money on one, and we went and got one. And
How much?
Me and him both threw in on one, so 1/10, I guess. 1/10.
How much money?
How much money? $100.
So how much you threw in? How much did he threw in?
I threw in 50, he threw in 50.
Okay. Where did you meet this guy?
That time we met him. It wasn't at his house or nothing. I met him in some place. I believe we met in a parking lot. Quick Trip. I want to say Quick Trip, right? Like, you know where like Pan America is?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that Quick Trip that we met at that point in time.
Is it that you've met him so many times that you don't remember, or is it
Yes.
because it was only 2 days ago? I mean, I would think that you'd be able to remember.
I've met this guy a lot.
Okay, if I asked you, would it have been at a different Quick Trip?
If you asked me.
Was it Quick Trip where Tobacco Outlet is? Is that where you met him?
Yes, I believe so.
Because there's two. There's one right by Festival Foods in Pawn America, and
Right.
there's one over by Pier 1 Imports, which is the old Tobacco Outlet by Red
Right.
Lobster.
Right.
Which one was it?
I want to say it's the other one, the one
Okay.
by the Burger King.
Okay, all right,
I want to say that that's the one by the Burger King, what I remember.
okay. And it's not that important. I was just wondering.
Okay, that's the one that I remember that it was. And, okay, so me and him, we did that.
How did it go when you got there and met him? Were you driving? Was Josh driving?
Josh was driving, he had the license.
Whose
so
car were you in?
We were in my car,
Okay.
the 88 Oldsmobile.
And then what happened when you got there? Where was Corey parked, and where did you meet him? Where did you park?
Either, see, I don't know exactly the details of that. Like, Corey parked is usually there before I get there. He's usually parked, and then I usually run up in whatever ride I'm in, hop into his passenger seat, do the exchange, and then I hop out, get back in my car, we go.
Was there anybody else in his car when you?
No, it's usually only just him.
But what was it the other day?
Just him.
So you jumped in?
Yes.
And I'll be honest, if you were driving, just let us know you were driving.
I was not
We're not
driving.
looking to
No, I
get
was
you in
not
trouble
driving.
for driving without a license.
No, Josh was driving. That's the reason that we were even driving around, because he had a license and I didn't.
So you get out of the passenger seat of your car and
Yep.
jump in the front seat of his car.
Yep.
And what kind of car was he in?
Green Honda. I don't know if it's an Accord, a Civic. It's just
4-door, 2-door?
4-door.
Okay, so you guys do your thing. You give him $100,
Mm-hmm.
and then how much heroin did he give you?
Gave me a little baggie, which should have been about 2/10, but it was like one thing, so then it was all kind of, it looked a little shorter than 2/10 to me, but that's what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
And
You
then,
get out of his car.
huh?
Then you get out of his car.
Then I got out of his car, got back into my car. Me and Josh split it, did it. We both did the heroin or whatever.
You did it all?
We did it all.
Okay.
And so, and it was actually really quite potent stuff.
How did you do it?
We shot it,
You both did.
yes.
And how did you do that?
Just put it in a little tin thing with some water. Didn't heat it up, just let it dissolve, draw it up through a cotton.
And you draw it up through the cot so that in case there's any chunks left in it, doesn't
Right, draw it up through the cotton filter.
Alright.
So. Anyway, because, well, we started off, we hooted most of it, and we did save a little bit, and that last little bit we decided we wanted to shoot.
Who did most meaning snorted?
We snorted most of it, and we weren't getting as high as we thought we were going to get, so then we decided with the last little bit we wanted to shoot.
Alright.
Where'd you shoot it? What part of your body?
My arm.
Which
Where?
one?
Which one?
Yeah. Okay. Where did Josh shoot it?
I don't know, I didn't watch him. He usually does it right here in this arm.
Okay.
So, that happened, blah, blah, blah. I knew it was really, it was so potent that it was knocking Josh out. Josh can, well, see, he's a dumbass, and I didn't know that he had his prescription for Klonopins, 2 milligram Klonopins, and he had been taking those all day too. I didn't know he was doing that, so when he did the age, it was this for Josh. He was out. I had to move him to my passenger seat, get back to my apartment. He was out. It was done. And then, I had to wake him up every freaking 10 minutes, make sure he was alright. And then, finally in about 2-3 hours, he snapped out of that, and he was fine, and so forth and so forth. And then, I don't remember, I'm pretty sure he was still there when Shelby got home from work. And
you were there too?
Yup.
Okay.
We went back to my apartment, and no, we weren't at my apartment. We were out hanging around still. We were hanging around town. That's why Shelby had called me at about 10:30, 11 from the payphone at Quick Trip. Where are you? Why aren't you home? Freaked out, mad at me because I'm not home. So then we get there. We both walk there. He came with me. He was still hanging out with me. We get back to our apartment, and then she's like freaking out that she wants to do something. She wants to hit some drugs because she could tell that we were high. She was freaking out, grabbed my phone, went through it, knew who to call, called them up.
Knew to call who?
Corey.
And she called up Corey?
Yeah.
Alright.
Knew who to call, called them up, blah blah blah. Corey answers, and was like, yeah, I got one left. She's like, alright, let's go get it. So we had to take off to go get it. She drove, she's got the license, and that time,
Josh go with you?
no, Josh didn't go with us because Lindsay was coming to pick him up.
So where did Josh go?
I believe we dropped him off at the tech,
Okay.
because Lindsay was almost there to come pick him up or whatever.
Tech meaning
At the-
WTC?
Yep, WTC. And freaking, so we go, we meet up with Corey, we get more.
Where'd you meet him?
The only thing that's hard for me to remember is, it gets a little foggy when you're on certain stupid shit like that. That time, I don't know, one of the other quick trips, another quick trip somewhere, just met him somewhere locally or right around Alaska.
Okay, and how did that go down?
Same way it always goes down. I hop into his front seat.
What did you buy?
Just $50 worth.
Oh, heroin.
Yep.
Okay, where did you get the money?
She had got the money from waitressing. That's what
Tips?
Yep. That's what she wanted to do with it.
Okay.
She was freaking out all night. She just needed to. She needed to. So we get back to the house, I'm already fine. I'm high. I say I don't want to do anything.
So you go there, you get in the car, the same Honda Civic.
Yep.
Do you know which quick, it'd be important if you could tell us where it was. If you could remember.
I suppose because you guys would be able to review tapes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it was a tobacco outlet or the same one or.
Is that your normal two meeting spots?
We normally meet there because he's coming from Holman and I'm either coming from the south side or from Alaska, so it's a good little.
So usually when the connection meets, it's either at one of those two quick trips.
Usually it is.
Have you met anywhere else other than that?
We've met at Woodman's, Walmart. Had him meet me at Applebee's before. Just places all around.
But Thursday night, you think it was one of those two quick trips where you met him?
Yeah, because the original plan when we called him back the second time is that I would have to meet him out in Holman. And then I remember he called me back saying something about, oh no, I don't have to go out to Holman anymore. I can meet you in Alaska. And I can't remember where he said to meet because that type of stuff, it doesn't stick in my head because it's unimportant just where we meet.
Remember what time it was roughly?
At that point in time, it would have been probably 11:30ish. I'm assuming 11:30 because she got done with work, yelled, blah blah blah. Probably about 11:30.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I can't remember where we met for sure. I'm not positive. It's one of those places.
Okay, that's okay. So then you get out of your car, get into his car, you buy $50 worth of heroin, and you get back into your car, and then what happens?
We go back to our house, and she wanted to do it, obviously right away, freaking out. I'm sitting here telling her, I'm like, this stuff's a little stronger than the last stuff. I was like, man, Josh not out for a while. I was like, be careful with it. I actually took half of it, strapped it up, tied it in I took half of it, put it in a different bag, and put it in the far drawer on the other side of the bed where you found it. So you found that little bag. And
On the bed, on the door closest to the bed, the door?
No, the bed, the nightstand furthest away from the door. There should have been one right in there. Right in the corner, front drawer, top drawer.
Okay.
Guarantee you found one in there because I hid one in there. So I took half of it right away, hid half of it in there because I didn't want her to do it. And, you know, was getting mad at her because I didn't like when she shot up. I didn't like when she did it. It's a bad thing for people to do. So I let her go out in the living room and do it, you know, and I was like, whatever, here. This is yours, whatever, go out and do it. And then I went to bed because I had to get up early for that shit in the morning. And, you know, I just didn't, it bothered me watching her do that shit. That's the way she wanted to do it. That's the way her friends do it, whatever. And then freaking, I think she only did a little bit of it at first and was fine. Because she had come in and, you know, tried to be all nice. And I was like, no, I was like, go stay out in the living room. I was still mad at her and shit. I was like, I'm trying to sleep, you know. She wanted to freaking be awake and stuff because she was done with work and she wanted, and I was trying to sleep. And then whatever, and then I dozed off, went to sleep for, had to been an hour, hour and a half. I wake up, she's coming back into bed and shit, and she seems really fucked up, really slurring her words and stuff, and like, I'm just waking up, I'm all groggy, it's hard for me to like, you know, I'm not at the top of my perceptiveness, and she starts making out with me, wanting to have sex or whatever, we're doing that shit. And then she just goes limp. And you know, I don't know, I thought maybe she nodded out for a second. I shake her for a second. Nothing, shake her for a second. I'm like, Shelby, Shelby, Shelby. Nothing, nothing. Run over, flip on the light. I look at her lips are blue, her face is pale. I listen for a breath or a heartbeat or anything, nothing. Call 911 right away. Put her flat on the bed. Started doing compressions. They told me to bring her to the floor and start and keep doing the compressions. And in the end, she just got there and kicked me out and said there was nothing they could do.
I just want to back up a minute for a second, Mitch. When it's you, Shelby, and Josh at the apartment, after she gets home from work,
Yeah.
roughly how long are you guys together?
All three of us?
Yeah. What time she work?
About half an hour. She works, when she gets done anywhere between 8 and like 10. It depends on when they cut waitresses, how busy they are.
Remember roughly what time she got home at?
I would have to say like 9:30ish.
Okay. And from 9:30 until whenever, how long is it before she calls Corey or Lindsay's coming to get Josh?
I'd say as soon as we got back to the house, that's all she wanted to do.
Okay. So in between that time, did you guys do any other kind of drugs at all? Did you have any other drugs at all?
No.
There's nothing at the house at all?
No
weed, no nothing?
Nothing.
No C's, no...
Josh had his Klonopins and Valium. But, you know, that wasn't like nothing to do with me or her.
So he didn't share any Valiums or anything like that with you or Shelby?
No, not that I know of. I kicked his ass if I found out he was trying to feed her Valiums.
Okay. So then, within the hour afterwards, or probably not even within the hour, she's trying to make calls from your phone to get a hold of Corey, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Right away.
And then let's talk about Corey here real quick. How do you know him?
I work with him at Grizzlies.
And what does he look like?
He's a little thicker than I am. He keeps his hair real short haircut, real round head, a little bit of an acne problem. Kind of looks like a thug. He wears his clothes too big, you know.
Is he a white guy?
White guy, yeah.
Okay. Has he got any piercings?
Not on his face, no. I don't think, please.
Any tattoos?
None that I know of.
What does he do at Grizzlies? What kind of job?
Yeah, he used to be the dishwasher. And then they moved him to Cook, and it only works probably about 2 days a week there.
He drives a green Honda, you said?
Green Honda.
Older, newer?
I'd say about early 90s. About mid 90s.
Okay. Does it have any unique identifiers on it? You know, like a spoiler or any sporty rims or thumb boxing or
It
anything?
might have a spoiler, but it's just the
Just
green
the normal?
Honda. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a white guy?
He's white. And I was talking to his girlfriend like a week or two ago. She was telling me they get the shit in Spartan.
Who's his girlfriend?
I couldn't tell you her name because I've heard it before, but I don't remember it. It's a bigger lady. I've sold her old C's before. That's how I know her. She called me up. Her and Corey were dying. They needed something, so I found them some OCs and got it for them. And she had come and picked them up. She seems like a real nice lady, but she seems real off. And she's got like a really whiny voice. I don't know her name or nothing. I don't know, but do you guys do you need help?
Corey's phone number?
It's on my cell phone.
Do you know it by heart?
No, I don't know if I have it.
After that first $100 that you guys bought from Corey, how much of it did you give to Shelby at Applebee's?
How much of what?
The heroin.
The heroin?
Mm-hmm. You took some to work to her because she was dope sick. How much did you give her?
Oh, we did. Oh,
Not
I
we-
gave her
not
a
we did,
small
you did.
amount. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
So these are the types of things that you can't leave out.
I forgot about that. You were 100% right. I brought her a small amount.
Just so she could not be going through withdrawal or something?
Right, just so she wouldn't be sick at work.
Did you go into the store?
I went into the store. Actually, I went right into the front part, handed her thing with her keys. Just a small amount, like just a chunk. Like I didn't, so she wouldn't be all high at work, you know. Just a very small amount. I completely forgot about that.
The other part is
I did
that
not
I'm
leave that
concerned
on
about is that, are you sure that you and her were the only two there? Because when you were, I guess you were using, did you guys use while Josh was there before you went to pick up some? You had some left and you guys used before you left?
No, we didn't use anything before we left. We had nothing at the house.
You didn't have any left over from earlier?
No, we didn't have nothing. Josh might have had some left over from his. You know, who are you talking about using?
Heroin.
Well, no, who? Like,
You and Shelby.
no. Before we had left to go.
After you got back, after she got back from work, you and Josh then went and met her at the house, right?
Okay.
Right?
Me and Josh went and met her at the house, yep.
Your
She
apartment.
went to the quick trip, called us, where you at, bitched me out, went back to the apartment.
And then you guys hung out for a little bit. Did you and Shelby use a little bit while you were there?
No.
Before you took Josh to
No.
the TC?
No, we had nothing there.
Did he have anything left?
I don't know, because we had split ours in half, and I don't know what he did with his half.
Then you never bought anything from him then?
No, not at all.
What about OCs or anything?
No,
Were you using
no
any-
OCs.
Did you use anything at the house while you guys were late?
Nothing at the house while we were waiting. To be honest, I don't even think we smoked a joint. I think we all just sat there. Like, I don't think we used anything while we were waiting. From when we got there, when she was done with work, to when we left, we didn't do anything. There was no drug use.
How many times in the past has Shelby asked you to actually shoot it up for her? Because she came.
For her?
Yeah. Dozen, 20, how many?
She probably asked me about 4 or 5 times to do it.
And how many of those 4 or 5 times did you actually do it for her?
I've done it twice to her. I told her I won't do it anymore. If she can't do it, she's got no business doing it.
And where did you do it?
In her arm.
Did she have a preference of which arm, or?
It's her left arm.
And did you do it did you help her do that night?
No.
That night while you,
Absolutely
Got
did
back?
not. No, because I was disgusted with her shooting it up anyway. I told her you could hoot it and get high. Because I had hooted some earlier with Josh. I mean, we got high, but we weren't like faded or nothing. I was like, no, I was like, you know, you can hoot this stuff and be just fine. And she wanted to shoot it up. I was like, fine, do it by yourself. And that's when I went in my room and she stayed out in the living room.
Why do you get so mad at her because she wants to shoot up?
Because it's a bad
but
thing
yet
to
you do it.
It's hypocritical. I don't even need to explain why. What happened is why. She is a girl. Female bodies can handle less. I've seen it happen throughout the years to my friends, girlfriends, blah, blah, blah. Guys can shoot up tons and tons and tons of shit. Girls can't handle it. They can't. Girls get out of control with it. They want to do it all the time, every 5 seconds of every day. They want more, they want more, they want more. Guys can catch a buzz and be cool and be gentle, you know, and sit there and be reasonable about it. Girls just want more, they want more, they want more. Especially with coke. Thank God she never shot up coke, because if she ever did that, it would never stop. I've seen girls, friends of mine, sit there and shoot a coke, get that first high. No, they can't relax after that and just, you know, be like, okay, I got high for a while, now I'm good. No, it's one after another, after another, after another. It's a bad habit.
If you were concerned, why did you give it to her?
Why did I give it to her? In the beginning, she knew that I had done it. I had been doing it since I was 16. Okay, on and off. I don't do it a whole lot. I don't do it every day. It's just every once in a while. Blah blah blah. But you know, in the beginning, she would get mad. She would get mad. She would break up with me. She would leave for weeks at a time. She would come back. Blah blah blah. You know, fights, and then it's just one day she's like, well, I'm just gonna do it. She just got to the point where she was sick of, you know, being mad about it. She just got curious. She wanted to see, you know, why I was doing it all the time. And so she's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And she did. She did it to her damn self. She did it to her damn self. I watched her. I was like, you know, whatever. It was like, you're stupid as hell. You know, I stood there and watched her that time because I didn't want her to, like, you know, seriously injure herself or nothing. And yeah, she did it. She did it fine. And doing it to her damn self all the time. She always wants me to do it for her, but I told her I won't do it for her.
You only did it for her twice.
I've done it for her twice.
Okay.
I told her if she can't do it by herself, she's got no business doing it in the first place.
If you've been doing it since you were 16, roughly, you know, on and off and stuff like that, who else are you getting the stuff from?
That list I gave you guys yesterday, that was where all the pills and all the other age was coming from.
You know, which specific person? I mean, we went through your whole contact list.
Yeah, all of them. When one wasn't holding, call the next one.
So one way or the other, they would be able to hook you up.
Right. One of those people would be able to.
One more specific than the other?
That Jason guy, where on my phone it said Amanda Jason, he's usually always up to his neck in pills. I don't know where he gets them from. I don't know whatever, but he's got them like every other day, constantly texting my phone. I got this. I got this. I got this.
What about H?
H is more commonly just from that one guy in Black River and Corey, in lacrosse.
How many times are you guessing you probably got it from Corey?
Total probably about 20 times.
And what about Matt in Black River?
Him, probably about 15. What he gets is weak and he cuts it down and he does it all himself and it's not worth getting. But like, as you can see, I'm not dope sick today. I'm not sick in any way, shape, or form. I don't do it every day, all day long, you know, every once in a while if I get an extra little chunk of change because I make a low income. I got a lot of bills to pay. I get my bills paid, you know, every once in a while if I get another little income. That's what I used to do with it. I used to just, if I get an extra $40 or something, I'd go and get a little treat. I don't do it every day. I'm not dope sick. I'm not a dope head. I'm done with it after today. After I get out of this mess, if I even get out of this mess, completely done. Giving you all the people where it came from. I hope they all get busted and in trouble, and then I hope they clean up their lives as well.
How often do you inject, roughly? Once a day?
Once every other day.
Same arm?
Hmm?
Same arm usually?
Same arm.
Yeah. You're pretty bruised up.
Was that story you told us yesterday about finding her in the closet, was that true or was that made up?
No, that was true. She's hid for me. We've gotten in fights where I told her I didn't want her doing it anymore. We've gotten in fights, especially after I'd gotten pulled over last week, and they found that shit in my car, and it was hers, and she'd left it in there. I had gotten really mad at her and told her I wanted it all out of the house. I went through her stuff, found as much stuff as I could, and I threw it away.
Was that actually your stuff, though?
What stuff?
That stuff that was found in that traffic stop was your stuff?
No, that was her stuff.
She came in and covered up for you and took the blame for it?
No. That was not my stuff.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I had a clean drug test that next day. I had not been doing drugs for 2 months before that.
The other thing I wanted to ask you was...
That was all her stuff. She knew it was her stuff. She knew where it was. She knew what it was. She started hiding it from me in the trunk of my car because I was going through the house and searching and getting rid of shit that I was finding in there. Because I got into a serious point where I wanted to be done with that shit. Why do you need that shit in your life?
Over the last 6 months, how many times do you think you bought heroin?
In the last 6 months?
Or since the first of the year, let's say the last 5 months.
Say about maybe once or twice a month, so about, 10, 11 times.
And has it always been from Corey?
Corey and/or Matt Hand.
Okay. And of those 10 times, this last time on Thursday night,
Okay.
2 times you bought it from him on Thursday afternoon and Thursday night.
Okay, yep.
Was that stuff similar to the other 8 times that you bought it from? What was different about it? The heroin itself.
The heroin itself, it was moist. It was soft like Play-Doh. There was something weird about it. It was darker, and it was like you could squeeze it, and like it was like Play-Doh. It would mold. You could mold it. It was
So that heroin compared to the other 8 times you bought it, was it stronger or weaker in terms of strength of your high?
It was stronger in the fact that it made you want to go to sleep, but it was weaker in the fact of actually giving you the opiate high. Like, you didn't get as much of an opiate feeling from it, like a good feeling from it, but it really made you want to fall asleep.
So it really brought you down a lot.
Yeah, it really is a real downer on your system. Like, I caught myself that, like, I'm not trying to say I got a high tolerance or anything, but I can withstand a lot of downers because, I got certain personality disorders and I'm supposed to be prescribed to a lot of downers. So I can withstand more than a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So when my friend Josh was
So
out cold.
Here's my next question. If it was really that strong and that potent, why did you give it to Shelby?
That's why I broke it in half. She normally would have done up the whole damn thing. That's why I broke it in half, put the half inside by the bed where I was sleeping.
I found it in the nightstand, but it wasn't in that nightstand. It was in the nightstand by the door.
It was in by the door?
It was a small little bag and you had it tied a little, it wasn't tied real tight, it was just kind of
Just tied in one twist?
Yes.
It was in the one by the door?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. With all the little tins and stuff in it, real small amount.
Well, I could have mistaken which one I put it in.
You could have. But that's the one that it was in.
Or she could have snuck in, when I was asleep, grabbed it, got more out of it.
It was a little corner bag, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's why you broke it in half, because you knew it was really, really strong?
Yeah, I knew it was real strong, and I didn't want that type of shit to happen to her.
What do you mean by that type of shit?
What did happen to her?
You were afraid that it was going to do something like that to her, so that's why you broke it in half?
No, I just know that with all drugs like that there's always a chance. There's always a chance. Even with OC, there's still always a chance.
Because my concern is if Josh,
Okay.
he's a bigger guy, he's a little bit bigger than you.
Yeah, he is.
He's probably 140 pounds.
Yeah.
Shelby's 100.
He's probably about 160 pounds. I'm 140.
160. Even more so, I guess, is my point, is if you saw what that did to a 160-pound man, you said it almost knocked him out.
He did the full 50.
My concern is then you gave it to her. That's.
I gave her half of what he did.
How much was in that bag, you think, when you gave it to her?
The amount that you found in the bag, She had no more than that.
Because if you said you bought, how much do you think you bought that second time when you bought $50 worth?
About 1/10 a gram. That's about.
So you probably gave her half of 1/10 of a gram,
Yeah. So probably
1/20th of a gram?
basically.
Because I don't think she came back in there and took any more, because that was about how much was in there. So I'm guessing what you
Okay.
gave her is what she used. Because there was a real small amount in there.
See, and I had to do that even, she was even bitching at me for doing that. I was like, no, I was like, you can have this in the morning. I was like, you don't need it. She freaked out on me, she wanted it, and I said, no. I was like, you stay out here, do whatever you want, Shelby. I was like, I'm going in here. I put that in the nightstand, and I went to bed. I figured if it was in by me, I felt safer.
When you gave her half of it, did you take it, how did you do it? Did you take it all out of the bag, or how did you decide how much half of it was?
I had opened the baggie up, took the chunk out. It was in one chunk. It was doughy.
Okay.
Broke it in half. Gave her half of it. Put the other half in there. Tied it.
When you gave it to her, what did you give it to her in?
Just put it in her hand.
And then did you see what she did with it?
I didn't. I mean, she went for her closet, so I knew she was gonna go shoot it up.
Okay.
But what confuses me is it didn't knock her out right away.
So when you gave it to her, you were in the living room or you were in the bedroom?
When I gave it to her, I was in the living room.
Okay, and then, so you gave her half of it, put it in her hand, then what did you do?
And then I said, I'm going to bed, because I didn't even want to go get it for her in the first place, but she got mad because I was already high, so.
So you took the part that was left in the bag, knotted it, put it in the dresser, then you went into the bedroom.
Yeah.
Did you see her actually use it?
No, I didn't actually see her use it. Not that time, I didn't.
What do you mean by that, not that time?
Well, I've seen her use other times,
Oh, I see.
just not that time. I mean, I don't know, she probably listened to me, only did half of what I gave her right away, and she probably, a little later after that, wanted to do the other half. She's been known to do that. She listens to me, she knows I'm not dumb, she knows I know what I'm talking about, so she probably did something like that.
So you went, when you guys went to the car, she didn't get out of the car, you got out of the car, went into Corey's car, gave him the $50, he gave you the heroin, then you got back into your car.
Have you talked to Corey since then?
He called me yesterday.
What time?
When I was with my brother's girlfriend. She even overheard the conversation. He called me up, and I said, I missed his call. I called him back, just to see what he was going to say. It's like, hello? He's like, hey, blah, 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 how'd you like that shit? Blah, 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 I got some more. He's like, if you're looking, let me know. And then Brittany, my brother's girlfriend, had heard that shit, took the phone and said, blah, 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 don't you ever call back.
What did she say?
She said,
I'm sorry, I missed that part. Go back to there.
I answered the phone, and he was like, oh, how'd you like that shit? I got some more. If you need any, let me know. It's like, I got some. Okay. And then she had heard him say that when she was on this side of me. She grabbed the phone.
Who's she?
My brother's girlfriend, Brittany.
Alright.
She grabbed the phone, and she went on there and was something like, you don't need to be giving him drugs, blah, blah, blah. Don't call this phone back. Something like that. She didn't mention nothing about the death. And then I grabbed it back from her and hung it up right away. So he, for all I know, he probably thinks that was Shelby.
I don't want to go back, but did you buy this stuff initially to back out with Josh? Because, we were told from several people that you and Shelby kind of broke up and that you were upset. Did you buy it for her to surprise her? Because you wanted to surprise her because, as a gift, because you guys were broke up and wanted to make up?
When we broke up, we were
Or
broke up.
arguing or something like that?
No, she was mad at me because I didn't leave her a note that morning when I walked down to go pay my tickets.
Okay. And what made you go to Applebee's to give her some? How did you know she needed it? Did you just assume?
Because right before, when we were at the house at like 3:30ish, Corey had given me a call and said, gonna need, I'll be ready, I'll be good, I can meet you in about half an hour. Shelby was all like, that's when I work. She's like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. And I was like, well, I don't know what you want me to do, babe. I was like, you know, you're gonna be at work. She's like, well, just give me a little bit, put it in the bag or whatever. She's just like, and I'm gonna say that I locked my keys in my car and that you're bringing me my spare keys. So she came up with that plan for me to give her a little bit. It wasn't for me to surprise her. She knew it was coming. She'd come up with the plan that she said she was gonna say she locked her keys in her door.
Right.
So as soon as I got it, gave her a small little bit.
You went into Applebee's?
Went into Applebee's, right into the front door, and she must have been looking out the window because she was like right there. Ran right up, grabbed it from me, was like, thank you, love you, ran away.
Alright.
That was that.
Sorry, it was.
No, that's all right. What do you think? You think we made a phone call to him? Ask him if he got any? Or saying it was good, or ask him, you know, hey, do you got any of that good stuff left like you gave me the other day? What do you think you get for a response from him?
I think if he's got any, I think he trusts me pretty well. I think if he's got any, he'd tell me, yeah.
Okay. And then, where would he, if he were to meet him, normal spot's gonna be probably a Quick Trip, huh? Or does he call the ball?
If he calls the ball, if he's out of his house, doesn't want to go nowhere, doesn't have gas, tell him to come out to his house.
Do you go in the house?
I go in the house.
Where does he live?
He lives in Holman. Okay, let's say you get into Holman off the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
You're going down. You're gonna go past like the McDonald's and the Burger King, and you're gonna hit a road. There's this blue building and there's Empire Road.
Okay, when you go past Burger King's on your left,
Yep.
is a stoplight.
Okay.
Which way? You go straight through the stoplight, right?
I believe you go straight through the stoplight, and there's a road on your left. It's called Empire. Empyre.
Mm-hmm.
And you take that road down. You go
To the
past.
left? You go to the left?
Yep, you go to the left, and you go, there's a bunch of industrial stuff on your right, and then once you get past that, you end up taking a right into like a trailer court. And in that trailer court, you take an immediate left again, and you go down, there'll be like a couple roads. I believe the road that he lives on is Queens. Queens, and he's the second trailer in.
So you're coming into the trailer park,
Okay.
okay, and so we come into the trailer park, and trailer park sits back here. I pull in and I keep going straight this way, and then there's streets like this,
Yeah.
and there's Queens.
The street's going across like this,
Yeah.
and about the third or fourth one in is Queens, and you
And
go
you take
in,
a right.
and it's the second one like right here.
On the right.
Yep.
So you hang a right, and then the second one on the right. And does he usually have his car parked out front?
Yep. Usually you'll see his Honda there.
Do you have any other cars? I think it's, it's not the trailer park on the right-hand side when you're going in the home, and you take a left, and then there's a trailer park, and then over on the right, when before you turn into
It's not by the housings.
Right, that's what I'm getting at, the housings are on the right, correct?
Right.
You take a left, and the trailer park on the left.
You don't. I see which way you're going, but you go even past that on Empire Road.
Yeah.
You're thinking you would take that first right, and then that would bring you to the housings, and you could keep going to the trailer court.
Right.
But no, you don't take that road at all. You follow that around until you get to another corner, and then it goes directly to the trailer court.
Oh, so you just stay on Empire
Yeah, you just stay on Empire, go
until
a
you
little
get
further.
to the trailer park.
Yep.
And
And
the
it's at
entrance
the
is right
end.
there.
It's at the end of all the stuff, and the entrance is like right on that corner. And then you hang that left right in there, and then it'll be the roads, and it's kind of Queens.
Okay, but and then the trailer park is, the majority of it's over this way, it's not this way, right? Being that I'm driving down.
No, if you're driving down, this is Empire.
Yep.
You would take this road to go into the houses.
Correct.
No, you keep going,
Yep.
and it goes around,
Yep.
and you hit a point where all the industrial stuff's done.
Right.
And you go into the trailer park.
Okay.
Then you would hang this right, and
That's
there'd
left.
be roads, or left, I'm sorry.
Yep.
And then there'd be roads going this way, full of them, and by
Right.
the third one is Queens.
If we would make this call, because we want to do this, okay? We want to hang this guy.
I want to help you
Now,
guys.
let's say if
because
you called him, could you convince him not to meet him at the trailer?
If I convince him to meet me somewhere else, I could say I'm low on gas, I'm gonna need you to.
Here's the deal. Probation has allowed us to to take you out of here. Okay?
Okay, I'm down.
But,
He killed my fucking
but you have to
girlfriend.
remember, when this is over, you have to go back to jail, okay? So that's why you're not gonna be able to go into his house.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You can't leave our custody, you're gonna be in our car. We want him to come and meet you, and then we'll do our thing. Can you convince him to do that? If we get your phone under property here and make a call from your phone? This guy needs to hang.
I believe so. I agree with you. I wanna try it.
Okay, now what happens if you try it, and he doesn't answer, and then, let's say we try it again Monday? Do you know what CCAP is? It's a Wisconsin court system, circuit court access,
Database.
where they can get online and see if people are in custody. You think he gets on that to see if you're here in jail?
He would.
Okay,
He
now
would
if he
try
gets
it.
on and sees that you're here, he's, it's okay, because if you call from him right now, he says, well, I thought you were in jail, you could say, well, my PO lifted the hold, I'm out. My
Okay.
point is, if we call now, and you don't get out, and he looks on there tonight, and sees that you're still in jail, he's gonna, well, how the hell did he call me from his phone if he's in jail? See my point?
I see your point.
The only other thing we could probably do to cover all that up is, when we do call Monday, you could say, yeah, I don't know, not my girlfriend, because if he finds out, you could
No,
say,
you just tell him your PO let you out today. It's Monday, he let you out, I'm out.
but how is he gonna explain if he called from
Being
the
back
phone
in
on
the
Saturday?
jail for.
No, that's what I'm wondering, we should wait till Monday to call him, so we got more time to play. So if you have to sit,
But if
we
he
have to
has
sit with
shit.
him for 3 hours.
Hmm?
If we have to sit with him for 3 hours and he needs to call back an hour or whatever, we got more time to play with him then.
But
I'm just wondering if he finds out by Monday that Shelby's passed away.
not only that, he runs out of stuff pretty quick when he does have it, and sometimes it takes him a long time to get more. That's another thing too.
I mean, even if he does think that Shelby passed away, I mean, you could always play it up Monday that,
Well,
I'm
here's
really
the-
stressed out. I need
Let's call,
something.
yeah, let's call him now. And if he answers, you tell him, hey, you got anything, you have any good stuff like you had the other night, or something to that effect. And say, that was good stuff, do you have anything left like that? If he says no, you say, do you have any more? If he says no, say, when you gonna get some? And if he says, maybe tomorrow, or maybe tonight, or whatever, say, well, that's fine, try to give me a call back. And if I don't answer, leave me a message, I'll call you back as soon as I can.
Okay.
And you just say, I'm having some problems with my phone, so if I don't answer, that's the reason why, but leave me a message so I know, because, I need some
I could say my
calls.
phone, I lost my phone charger, so my phone.
which would make sense, because if he calls him, it automatically goes to voicemail, you could say
Right.
the phone was dead, and Monday you got
I
a
could
message.
say I lost my phone charger, so I don't know. Leave
Sure.
a message and I can listen to my messages.
Well, let's at least try that one phone call,
I'll see if we can do it.
and then, that's gonna be, kind of the key, but if he says, yeah, I got some now, let's meet now.
You're gonna have to put him off for an hour.
You're gonna have to put him off, you're gonna have to say, you know what, I gotta get some money, I just wanna make sure that you had some, and have you ever done that before, or would you
Yeah,
get?
I'll say that I'm in Black River getting some money from my parents, and I'm driving there right now.
But not right now, you're at Black River hanging out with your folks, you're gonna be heading back into La Crosse you'll be back into La Crosse about 6 o'clock. Can I meet up with you?
That's 6.
Yeah, just say, can I meet up with you about 6? I'm in Black River right now,
Okay.
I'm at my folks' house, and we get some money from them, and can I meet you on the way back through,
Okay.
at Quick Trip or whatever?
Okay.
And if he says, no, why don't you swing by my place, say, no, I can't because I'm on low money is the way it is, I'll make for gas, and I would rather have it for this other stuff than gas, so just meet me at the Quick Trip.
Or tell him you got a buddy with you and you don't wanna he's not gonna want you to take a buddy to show us our house is. Say, I'm gonna have keep it normal, but try and we can't go to the house. They'll say, I got a friend with me, I don't wanna take the friend to the house, I'm sure you don't want my friend knowing where you live, I just assume meet you somewhere.
Okay.
You see?
I see what you're saying.
But
So
let's see
just
if we
try to
can get
keep
you.
avoided from the house.
Yeah, if we go to the house, we can't do it, cause you
Okay.
can absolutely not go into the house.
I
Yeah,
understand.
you actually can't leave our vehicle.
That's
So what's gonna happen is he'll pull up and you'll tell us that's him, that's his car, and
alright.
You just leave that open then, like that. So does that make sense, or would he get hinked up on that,
Hangs up on what?
on that kind of phone call?
No, I've done it before. I've called him to where I was in Black River, and I needed time to get to him.
Okay. So it's now one of these phone calls where, okay, the normal procedure is okay, I'm calling, you know, and then 10 minutes later we're hooking up.
That happens a lot, but, you know, there is times where
Okay.
I call and then I could be like,
Alright.
well, you know, I'm at Black River with my parents, we gotta eat lunch or something. I was like, right after that, I'm heading back. I was like, can I meet you at this time?
That's what we'll do. So, and if he answers the phone, if he doesn't answer, don't leave him a message.
Don't leave him a message.
Just hang up. Or, well, maybe we could. But the problem is I don't want him to call you back. You know, let's say for example, all of a sudden he doesn't answer, and then he calls you back in 10 minutes, and now he gets your voicemail. You know, right away. I don't want him to start getting hanky that way. You know.
Okay.
He'll probably see you missed a call from you.
Yeah, and he'll eventually call me back.
Right. Which is fine. Then it'll go to your voicemail, and then we can come up with the excuse on Monday saying, hey, you know, my battery was dead, man. I couldn't find my phone charger, and I've had to buy a new one because I couldn't find it. And now, you know, and he says, fuck you, man. You're under arrest, man. You're in jail. You can say, yeah, it's a PO hole. I just got lifted. You know, I'm out. That type of thing.
Do you know what's going on with the probation law?
I don't.
I suppose just because I was honest and admitted I did drugs.
We didn't call. I want to let you know that right now. We did not call anybody in reference to our conversation. And I know
he
right.
doesn't know any of the reports of me admitting to drug use?
No. There's nothing documented on that. We haven't done a report on this yet.
Okay.
So
I would appreciate it if you had some discretion with that. I mean, I'm going to be honest with him, but I don't want him to know to the
I can tell you right now is that Shelby's parents are friggin' pissed. And they're lighting up everybody's phone about what's going on, and
I heard they're starting all sorts of rumors about me.
and they're saying that's the reason why you got picked up. I think they called probation and told them something, and then they end up hooking you up to talk to you. I don't know, because it's not helping Matt or I out at all that they're going out and telling all these people this stuff for the reasons like we're trying to do with you right now.
Yeah,
you know, we're
everything.
We're trying to make contacts with certain people that we need to make contacts with.
And if this word gets around, ain't no one gonna even mess with me anymore.
Exactly. So this is the last place we want you right now, because this is now what we have to jump through the different hoops to try to make this thing work. Where if before, like we told you,
I would have helped you guys out
on Friday morning, is that we put your ear to grind, and then we could be in lacrosse right now, sitting having this conversation, and you could
much easier if you made a phone call.
You can't believe how much easier it would be.
I suppose you guys have no way of influencing probation.
No, God, no. They have strict regulations and rules.
No, God, no, he said.
No, we've tried that many times with different things, and there's no way. There's way too many loopholes that we gotta jump through and pull hoops and stuff, and then just, it only takes one person to say no. So I get through 5 different people and say, yeah, no problem, that'd be work out well. We give them the 6th person who has to clear it, and they can say, no, forget that, and all these 5. Doesn't make a difference. It's what this guy on top of all these people say, and we're done.
I thought it just had to do with my probation officer himself.
No, he has a supervisor too, and everything else has to get clarified and cleared.
So I probably won't be out of jail for a while.
You're gonna have to talk to him, okay, and explain to him. And he has the ability to say that you can get out and stuff like that. What I'm talking about is with the kind of situations we're trying to do right here. For us to try to get him out, that that's not gonna help us out at all. The other thing is, so you know what I'm saying?
For me not to get out, it's not helping you. That's kind of what you said.
No.
Okay.
For me to get you out right now, through Mr. Marshall?
Say Marshall.
Through Mr. Marshall to say, I need him free right now. He doesn't care what I say.
He doesn't care.
No. I mean, but the neat thing about it is that his supervisor already said that we can transport you from here to lacrosse, if that's going to make things easier for us, which it would, because if we could do that, and for some reason we're able to
be a lot closer.
Exactly.
So if this doesn't work out, are you guys probably going to transfer me up there today?
We can't, not today, but we'll do it Monday.
Monday I'll be transferred.
Does that make sense?
It does.
as far as when you're gonna get out and get free and stuff like that, that's totally between you and Mr. Marshall.
He's not gonna let me out.
I don't know.
I don't know that I deserve it either.
Well, I think that you're trying to help yourself a little bit better and better, and it's kinda like Matt and I told you, on Friday morning that this investigation is gonna continue and will still continue even after we are done, you and I.
I was so sketched out, dude. I just wanted to die in my arms. I mean,
I know.
I wasn't thinking clearly. If I'd have been thinking clearly, I'd have been like, no, let's get these fuckers now. But
We'll make it all work.
I don't know who I was trying to protect. Druggies that just killed my girlfriend. I can't stop thinking about it.
No, I can imagine. It's a long time to be with somebody.
I close my eyes when I open them. Just miss me.
Let me ask you this, I don't even know this part. Who and where did you get picked up at?
He picked me up at my brother's girlfriend's house. Both of my brothers had wanted to go on a cruise with me, just talk with me and tell me that they're there for me and shit. And then we went back to my brother's girlfriend's house and there was a squad car.
Which is where, in Black River, or?
It's Black River, it's Snow Creek Road. Oh, you probably don't know Black River that well. It's it's out towards Maryland.
Okay, yeah, I know where that is.
It's out towards that.
Okay.
For some
Is
reason.
there a campground and stuff there going towards that way?
What's that?
There's a campground and
The
stuff?
Jambo?
Yeah.
Right before that.
Okay.
Right before that, on Highway 12, you would take a left and then stack up in those roads over there.
So it was actually a sheriff's deputy then?
Yeah, it was Evan Mazur that picked me up, if you know him.
How'd they know you were your brothers?
Huh?
How did they know you were there?
Because, my mom had told you guys that I was coming back to Black River.
Yeah, but I assume you're staying with her.
Yeah.
Does she live in Black River itself?
Yeah.
In the city?
Yeah.
So how did they know, it doesn't matter, but how did they know that you were at your mom's and your brothers?
Black River cops, they pride themselves on hunting people down. They play like a game.
Well, I know that her family, the guy called, my phone lit up yesterday when they saw you eating an ice cream cone somewhere.
Who?
Somebody called and said they saw you eating an ice cream cone in
Who
downtown
called?
Black River.
Who called?
Shelby's dead. I wanted to know.
Said that he seen me?
Yeah. I want to know why and what you were doing in Black River. And I'm assuming that's when the phone call was made.
Yeah, because I was back with my mom.
Were you eating ice cream cone somewhere?
Yeah, I was eating ice cream cones. Brittany wanted to take me out for ice cream. She thought it would make me feel better because I was down.
So I'm guessing once he saw that, he freaking went wild and he made the call.
You wonder, wow.
Yeah. Because I told Mitch, we're not the ones that called because this makes things way too difficult for us.
We didn't want you here. But
It's a mute issue.
I didn't want me.
the captain's on his way in.
Okay.
He has to get the phone out. He said about a half hour.
Okay.
So it doesn't sound like it's going to be a problem. Just have to wait for him to get here.
It's just
I need to use the restroom. Is there a restroom over here?
Nothing else to do.
It's enough grieving for someone. You didn't be put in jail and grieving by yourself.
I guess our main concern is whether or not he's found out you're here. Do you think there's any way he found out what happened? Here's my concern. There's other friends that you know that work at Groceries that probably know Shelby passed away. See what I'm saying?
It's possible.
Corey's probably found out from somebody that works at Grizzlies about what happened. That's my guess.
It's possible, but then it's not possible because not a lot of people talk to Corey there. Because
The other thing is too, if he mentions anything about that, let's say he answers and he mentions anything about that, you say, yeah, everyone's talking that that's what happened, but no, she didn't die, she got sick, she's really sick, she threw up, yeah, she went to the hospital, but she blah blah, or whatever you gotta tell him. You know how this game works. You got the gift of gab. It's in your best interest to get him to believe you, for him to meet us, and you have to do whatever you can to make that happen. Short of threatening him or anything, of course, but
right.
do you think you can make it work?
I think so. I mean, I've met up with him plenty of times. You know, I work with the guy.
But see, time is of an essence because eventually,
It is of
when
an
you're not at
essence
work,
right
he's
now.
going to figure it out, or he's going to hear why you're not at work, and then we're done.
That's true, and I'm supposed to work today too. So yeah, you're right. Time does play a big part.
That's why we're here on a Saturday. I didn't think this could wait till Monday.
Well, I appreciate you. Yeah. Like I said, you guys have my full cooperation with this shit.
Nothing's
Just
going to bring her
wrong.
back right now, but let's do what we can to make sure he pays for it. Okay? She deserves that.
She deserves to be not dead.
One of the deputies is gonna turn on the, audio and video for you. Matter of fact, I will call them just to confirm here in just a moment. 314 copies, thanks. Okay, anything you want out of this room? Or anything more you want in it?
Let's move this out of the way.
Okay. And then, I'll give you guys a radio,
Okay.
all right?
See, you're going to sit there.
Here we go. It's, right now it's off,
Okay.
and then if you just turn this small knob
Okay.
on, you'll hear it beep.
Okay.
And then it's just this button, and you can just go jail staff, to, interview room, and then we'll know to come.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll shut it off so you don't have to listen to our blah, blah, blah radio traffic,
All right.
okay?
All right.
All right, and if you need anything, let us know.
Is it all right if we leave this open, or is it, I see
You
it's
can
locked?
leave it open, or you can close it. Let me see
Could
if
you
it
unlock it,
opens
maybe?
from the, some of these doors you can't without a key. Yeah, this one you can't without a key,
I see. So there's no way to unlock it?
unless we come from
Sure.
this
All right,
side.
well, we'll just leave it open then so we don't get locked
So
in
we just
here.
leave it cracked open.
There won't be any other inmates or anything walking by here?
No, and we'll make sure of that. If you wanna close it, just don't close it 100%.
I'll
Yeah,
prop something in there or something.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mitch.
How you doing?
We'll,
Bad. I
we'll
can't
just
get
put
this
a
shit
book
out of
in
my
here.
head.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.